I might either have to figure out a way to completely hermit for 6 months and not be seen by the outside world until I learn how to cut my own hair, or just go bald. Those are my two options right now, bro. I'm over barbershops. Before I get to the cut itself, let's just talk about the barbershop experience.
Okay. So, tell us about
So, first of all, I have my appointment set for 12.
Yeah.
And the doesn't start my haircut until 12:23 because he's cutting somebody else.
Yeah.
That apparently like overbooked. I get it, it happens sometimes, but this is a recurring theme. He's a repeat offender.
Okay.
This is not his first offense. So that's already strike one. And then I finally sit down in the chair, and not even 5 minutes into me getting my haircut, the barber next to me is talking to his client about how he got his ate for the first time. I was not ready for this conversation. I'm on my lunch break from work right now. I'm not expecting to hear about lickage at this moment in time.
That's funny.
And he's going into way too much detail. He's also like kind of talking to my barber because they're like really good friends.
Yeah.
He's going into way too much detail. I'm hearing all kinds of 50 Shades. Like it's wild. He's being graphic about it. He's doing the play-by-play. He Ralph Lawler.
Yeah.
Bingo. It was bad. So that's happening. And then my barber decides to jump in, and now they having a freak off. They having freak Olympics about stuff they did. He talking about how he R. Kelly, he giving golden showers out here, not the underage stuff, but he doing golden showers on accident. Apparently it was an accident.
Okay.
And again, way too much detail. I don't hear it. But also, he's not like demonstrating, but he's talking with his hands a lot, and I'm like, cut my hair.
Yeah.
You're way too engaged in this conversation.
Yeah.
You're not even giving me a haircut. And then to top it all off, I asked for a low fade. He did a fade, but it is not low. This is a mid fade at best.
Yeah.
This is not what
it's
I asked
clean.
for.
It's clean.
That's the other thing. He's a good barber. That's why I haven't decided to file for divorce yet.
Yeah.
He's a good barber, but he be smoking a lot. He be getting high, and then sometimes he forgets that what I asked for, and so like the cuts always come out good, but it's sometimes not what I asked for.
Yeah.
And like, especially when you're getting a fade, like when somebody's cutting the side of your head, like you don't know how high they're going until it's too late.
Yeah.
And so like you just feel it. You're like, I feel like that's a little too high. But once he already did it, like you can't glue the hair back. It's not coming back. So
exactly.
I just gotta live with it at this point. This isn't the first time that's ever happened where I've asked for a certain cut and like they've gone like instead of a low fade, they've done a mid fade, stuff like that. This isn't the first time this happened. And then he keeps spraying that damn Beijing. I don't have a receding hairline yet. Why are you trying to up my future? You know what I'm saying? He's forecasting negative energy onto my hairline right now. I don't appreciate it. I have hair. Just work with what I got. I don't need it to be the perfect, crispiest Carlos Boozer line in the world. I don't need the Jalen Rose. All right? Just line up what I got. I know I got a widow's peak. You got to cut that off, but the rest you could just, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my rant to start the day off. But there's been a lot of other issues I've had at barbershops with people just basically saying like, you asked for, I'm gonna do what I want. They just start freestyling. I think this is XXL freshman cipher.
Yeah.
Just free balling it.
Yeah. How much was the cut though?
Oh, that's another thing. Let me talk about it. So it was 40.
40?
Yeah, 40 ball.
Damn.
Jalen Brunson in the finals.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson in the finals. Yeah. Game 5.
Yeah. So I remember when I first started getting haircuts, and I'm new to the haircut game, as you know.
Yeah.
The first haircut I got when I was right about to turn 22 or I had just turned 22. So I'm only 4 years in, or almost 5. You know, I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? Reaching my unk status.
Yeah.
So I'm only almost 5 years in. But when I first started getting haircuts, it was 25.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even 5 years ago. So it's actually crazy how much the inflation has gone up.
Yeah. I obviously not showing my hair right now because I desperately need a cut. I buzzed it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you
and
did?
It's
Yourself?
I need a lineup.
Okay.
The thing is, they don't just allow you to check in and say like, you know what, I just need a lineup, reduce my cost. Like that's not how it works. You have to pay the full. I'm paying $35 for my cut. It's convenient though because like at least it's rarely happened, at least for my current barber, where they give you a cut that you don't want because I
Oh,
usually
okay.
just show the photo.
Yeah.
And like they usually just cut it to what I like.
Bro,
But then
your barbers don't be high though. Mine is.
Yeah,
I've shown
that's
him
true.
pictures. He
Yeah.
just be high and he forgets.
yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, that's true. Like I didn't go to the barbershop until I was 20, I think.
Oh really? I didn't.
Yeah,
know
because
you
my
were that
dad was
late.
cutting my hair all the time. Like he just would buzz it,
Fair,
buzz it,
fair.
buzz it.
African.
Little hair,
Yeah.
buzz that.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And it's weird because like I didn't like that as a kid, but like growing up, like we're obviously in our unk status now and we're getting
Yeah.
older and older. It's like at that point I would just embrace the buzz. You don't have much to worry about. It kind of is the most neutral hairstyle you can get. Like no one's
Yeah.
gonna see you with the buzz cut and say like, what the hell's wrong
You
with
can't
him?
have a bad.
Yeah,
buzz, per
exactly.
se,
At
yeah.
the end of the day, it's like, you know what? Like if the barber just did a decent job at that, it's like it is what it is. I just feel like I'm being a little cheated if it's like, damn, like you're not getting a burst fade, you're not getting anything like that. You're just getting a buzz and you still have to pay the full 35. It's like when I first started getting haircuts at the barber shop, it was $20.
Okay, this isn't a haircut experience per se, but remember when I almost got killed the last time I got my hair braided, which is why I ended up getting a haircut the first time? You remember this story?
I don't remember that.
Okay, so, damn. I used to get my hair braided. I used to get cornrows every time. I literally never got a haircut, just cornrows.
Yeah.
And it was like a family friend, I guess. I don't know how. I guess one of my aunts knew her, and then she like connected my dad to the girl. But she was like, I was like 21 at the time, and she was like in her mid-20s or something. So I used to go to her apartment to get my hair braided, probably like once a month ish. And then one day, this still pisses me off to this day. She had one cornrow left to do, and I just hear some banging on the door. You know how they have like the double doors where
Yeah.
there's like the first one that's just metal and then
Yeah.
the actual door.
Yeah.
So I hear banging on the metal door, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I'm sitting on her bedroom floor because she would sit on her bed and braid my hair because it was just like more convenient that
Yeah.
way. And I hear banging on the door. She goes to the door. Apparently, it's her like ex-boyfriend, or I don't know exactly what their relationship. I don't know if they're still together. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But they start arguing about something. I'm like, bro, I had one braid left.
Yeah.
Let me. I can't go like this because I look
Yeah,
crazy. I look
yeah.
like the Outcast cover. You know, he got
Yeah. Yeah.
half his hair braided.
Yeah.
That's what I look like. Oh, it's even worse. It's one. So I look like Helga.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
I'm like, bro, just finish the last braid before you start yelling. But it was too late. She already got up, started talking to him. They're arguing about whatever the hell. And then I hear the boyfriend yell out something. You got a nigga in there? I'll kill him. And I'm like, huh? You know the Mr. Krabs meme where everything
Yeah,
is blurry?
yeah.
That was me. I was like, kill who? Where? I am just here to get my hair braided. And I'm thinking I got to hide in the closet. I don't know. I'm panicking. And eventually he like walks to his car and I'm like, is he going to get the strap? Like, do I have to jump out the window? Because this is on the second story.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just scared as hell. But apparently he drove off. She did the last braid. I went home and never returned to her house. Never spoke to her again after that. I was like,
Damn.
no, I'm not about to die to get my hair done. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I don't know if you've ever had braids or cornrows.
No.
I think, no, you haven't?
No.
Okay. The shit hurts. Like the parting, like it feels like,
I'd imagine so, yeah.
I'm
My
trying to
sister's
think-
done hair too, so it's like I
Okay.
know what, yeah, for sure.
yeah, but like, and it's just mad uncomfortable when they use like the oil and stuff while
Yeah.
they're braiding the hair because it helps keep it intact better, moisturize
Yeah.
the scalp and whatnot. But
And since it takes time, of course, like you endure that pain throughout the whole session.
yeah,
So,
and it's just
yeah.
uncomfortable. Like your scalp feels like sticky.
Yeah.
It's just not a good time.
yeah.
I had never gotten a haircut until that point. I was like, this is literally life or death. I'm not about to die for this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I end up being ugly after cutting my hair, I'll go
It is
bald.
what
I'll
yeah.
be alive.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually a really interesting point of conversation because you're talking about having cornrows at that point in your life. And like now you're done with that era.
Yeah.
I would just say going back to like the first cut that I got, and it's crazy how like, I don't know who the authoritative police is when it comes to hairstyles, like what's dated and what's not.
Yeah.
Even for anything with any fad or whatever you want to call it, it's so crazy. Like the first haircut I got was a high top fade.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But then all of a
That was high
sudden, no, that wasn't high school.
No.
That was, I said 20 was like when I got
Okay,
my first barbershop.
right.
Yeah.
No,
my dad
you're
was never going to cut
right.
that for
I
me.
remember now.
But it's like, that was like a comfortable thing. Like you see people in the NBA draft at that time have high top. Nerlens Noel.
Yeah.
He kind of had that flat top as well.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to the point where we went from high top fades, flat tops, yada 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 from that point on to people just growing that to do like a little braid or completely shaving that and starting over.
Yeah.
So if you had a high top fade in 2026, people would look at you crazy, especially at our age.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, again, who the authoritative police is on that. Like, who says it's out of date or not. There's just one day someone woke up and said, like, nah, that's out of style. Don't do that cut anymore.
Because everybody
so
just
it's
rolls
like,
with it too.
Yeah, everyone just rolls with it. Like, remember, there's a point in high school for us where it's like free forms were like the thing. Like, but this is like before we got to like the dreads era. It was like get free form dreads. Like De'Aaron Fox had free forms. Colin Sexton had free forms. Like a lot of people had free forms. Now you don't see anyone really with free forms. Now it's like you just commit to full length dreads or you're getting braids and like you just let it grow out and you lock it up and you get dreads eventually. Or people are just setting for like tapers. That's kind of like that's like the new, I mean, not new, it's because taper's always been around, but in terms of like how it's caught on and become the mainstream thing, it's like the buzz, the taper is just like the staple for like all men our age for the most part, or you have dreads. That's kind of like the thing. You rarely see people, I don't know anyone my age who has cornrows currently. Like you were the only one, obviously at the time, but like you've ditched them like 4 or 5 years now. So
definitely not getting their jersey hung up in the rafters.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, a big fear of mine. I don't know where this came from because you got no big. I don't know what I was scared of, but I didn't want to be associated with the F-boy label for getting a fade because that was especially back then. That was like a common trope, especially for lighter skinned black individuals.
Cannot relate.
So that was like something that I was like fearful of having that association with me because that's just so far away from my character. And eventually my fears were all realized because they didn't tell me until like later on, but I've had several encounters where I like was talking to a girl and like they were like, "Oh, you're actually cool. I thought you were gonna be a dickhead." I'm like, you remember we were doing the, probably like 20 minutes into interacting with this person. We had never met them before, and she said to me basically that verbatim, like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna be like a douchebag or some shit, but you're actually cool." So like I don't know. I guess because most of my life has been so not counterculture, but I've never been part of the in crowd or like been part of like the mainstream or what people thought was cool. So like I almost identified and like embraced like not being one of the cool people because like I'd been like rejected from that for the majority of my life, which now I'm grateful for. But at the time it sucked. And so I just never wanted to be associated with anything like trendy or like mainstream.
Yeah.
But I wanted to stay alive, so so I bit the bullet. Yeah. But did you like once you got your fade? Did you have anything that in the back of your mind of like people are gonna perceive me a certain way or like anything like that? Because you went from buzz cut, like clean cuts, scholarly, nerdy individual to now you look like you're, I guess not normal, but I guess part of like this just trendy in group, so to speak.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. I don't think I thought too much of it. I think it was just like a change that I wanted to experience because like your dad cutting your hair the whole time. Like I love my dad to death. Tomorrow's Father's Day, but it wasn't the sharpest.
Shout out,
Father. Wasn't the sharpest cut in the world, but I do appreciate him for that. But at the end of the day, it's like just having just normal hairstyle, normal at the time, it just felt like suitable. Yeah. Just because it's like, you know what, you just blend in with everyone else. I wasn't thinking too much of like, oh shoot, I have to do this to fit in. It was more so like, if I'm gonna get a haircut, don't get another buzz. Just try something different. So I think that's what it came down to. I'd say another thing is that since we're in our late 20s and like getting to 30,
you're
like
in your late
soon.
20s. I'm still in late 20s over here.
I'm only a few months older than him, but he just keeps on blaming on this. But whatever.
I only got a couple more months. Okay. Let me live. Let me get my shit off.
I'm just saying, like when we eventually get to our 30s in a few years' time, it's like, is there a specific cut that you're thinking about having? Because it's something that I've thought of like since I've like buzzed like the last couple times I got my cut.
Yeah.
So is that something you've really thought about? Because like now seeing me with my buzz, I don't look as terrible. It's just that like the inconvenience of having to get another cut every like 2 to 3 weeks, just a little inconvenient just because of the cost factor of it. But at the end of the day, it's like it doesn't look. It's not the worst thing in the world. So, is there a cut that you think of having about in your 30s, or like it's not fixed? You just go it as you get there.
No, I'm gonna keep freestyling it, but I think the only thing that I'll probably keep consistent is that I just won't let it get as long as I used to. Like this is probably the longest I'll let it get.
Okay.
So I'll probably just try to keep it a bit shorter, but that's really the only adjustment. I mean, I guess you could have cornrows in your later years, but I've seen people with it and like you have grays in your cornrows.
Yeah.
It's just something that's not really matching.
He's not saying that you can't do it. He just says that for him personally.
My apologies. I'm still recovering from the suds.
Yeah.
Still in remission.
Yeah. Circling back on like the whole cornrows thing.
Yeah.
I would just say that like I've thought of like growing my hair out, especially like since I'm approaching 30 in the next few years. But it's like, bro, I've never even had the longest I've grown it out was like potentially like a year, like during COVID, just because like again, it just was inconvenient to go out because like no one even know what the hell was going on in the world and like what would happen if you contracted COVID. Don't want to go outside, but it's just super inconvenient. I've never had it your length when you had your cornrows, but it's like it's just super inconvenient just having to wash your hair and tender to it.
Yeah.
Especially since I have low porosity hair, so it's like it's just harder for water to get in and like for moisture to kick in to the hair. It has to sit around for a while before it gets to that point. So I just couldn't imagine myself like growing all out like at this point, especially because with everything else you have to worry about, like having to do like a full-on hair appointment. Like, it's just like inconvenient, especially
you paying
doing it
for
now.
double. You paying for the rose and the fade.
Yeah, and the fade. Yeah.
Damn, you in the lavish.
Yeah.
I know
that's the thing though. Like they do look clean. If you get like a nice braider,
they do.
Like, they do look clean. The thing is like I don't have that money. I also don't have that time, so I'm probably not committed to that.
It's a big time commitment too.
Yeah, exactly.
But last thing on the cornrows, like I really hate the fact that after I finally cut my hair, people said that it looked nice, but everybody was like, "Oh, I really like the cornrows." Like none of y'all said this while I had the rows. It was just like, "What's up, Chris? You just a regular guy."
Yeah.
And now that I cut the rows off, like the rows were iconic. No, they weren't. First of all,
wait.
no lineup with the rows.
No,
it was
but
straight rows.
That's the thing. The fact that you didn't have edges with your rows was kind of crazy, and you're fortunate that it didn't recede you at that point. Because like you had, remember, like the whole time, like you just had cornrows without edges. That will recede you. That's like a thing.
I didn't know that was.
That's why like Nas Reed starts back here. Now Nas Reed legit starts in the middle of his head.
That's crazy.
But it's like he can never see recession, at least in the front of it.
My scalp just got that S tier genetics, that resistance.
Yeah. Shout out to Mom and Pops.
10,000 ohms. Yeah. Shout out physics. That's not physics. Where did I learn resistance and voltage and stuff? I don't know. Maybe it was physics. Actually.
That was engineering as well. That was engineering as well. It's both.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm a retired intelligent person. Not retired, a washed intelligent person. Like I use certain vocabulary terms and I'm like vaguely familiar with the definition, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm using it in the right context.
You're on the right context. Yeah.
But then I just freeball it and just hope nobody corrects me.
Yeah.
But then I have a friend who's like very into, I guess, argumentation and being extremely proper about the way that he articulates himself.
Yeah.
And so he'll correct me on it, and then I'll just proceed to incorrectly use it or use the words out of context, knowing the proper context, because he'll tell me. Yeah. So I could just troll him. So that's always fun too.
The thing for me, I would say like shortly, is that if I know exactly what someone is meaning to say, I'm not going to correct them. I think that's kind of rude, because like I know like it's the correct way, the correct terminology for whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like if it's perfectly being conveyed to me, there's really no reason for me to say like, no, dummy, it's this. It's like, what the hell? Like, who else? Is some scholar gonna walk in? Remember our freshman year of high school, our English teacher, like, the red pen, like we literally get dinged down if we use filler words.
Letter the rest of the day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we actually read the Scarlet Letter in our class. Yeah. Crazy enough. Yeah, like we got dinged for filler words and also
all the time.
Yeah. Incorrectly using words. That was the whole time, but like, that's the whole thing on air.
Just free ball vocabulary words. Just look up anything in the dictionary and just start using it in sentences and see if people call you out.
Yeah,
I think that's a fun experiment.
Yeah, do it.
Onomatopoeia.
Especially on a,
See y'all next time.